Neymar is leaving Al Hilal to return to Santos. Manchester United have signed Patrick Dorgu, and Mathys has decided to leave Bayern Munich. All of that and much more in today's Football Fix. If you enjoy the video, subscribe for more. Let's start with the big one. Neymar Jr. back to Santos. Story confirmed, and here we go. Is the tweet from Fabrizio Romano in the last 24 hours. The way that this has happened, Al Hilal have terminated Neymar's contract through mutual consent with immediate effect. And Neymar will now travel for his medical and sign as a new Santos player. The way that this is going to work is he is signing a 6-month deal with Santos, which means that he will be free to leave in the summer. There is no option for another season, which was initially reported, because he intends to return to Europe next season. So get your fitness back at your boyhood club. It is a fairy tale story for Neymar. Hopefully it works out for him, and then hopefully we get a big move for Neymar in the summer transfer window back to a big European club. See him in the Champions League again. Marcus Rashford's departure from Manchester United is looking less likely day by day. And the main reason why is his wages and, reportedly, his attitude, which has obviously been questioned in the last few months under Ten Hag and then Amorim as well. But the big problem is that Rashford is reportedly earning £300,000 a week at Manchester United, and a lot of the clubs that are interested in signing him, even on a 6-month loan, simply cannot afford it. And so Man United are going to have to pay at least half of those wages if a team of the ilk of Borussia Dortmund or Barcelona are actually going to progress with this transfer, because it's just unlikely to happen otherwise. The player has had, obviously, personal problems and attitude problems, which have been called out by managers now. Amorim specifically came out and said that he would play coaching staff over someone that is not showing full determination and effort in training, talking about Rashford. And that is not good for clubs that want to come in and sign you for you to try and revitalise your career and take that next step. So, is he going to end up stuck at Man United for the remainder of the season? It could happen. Bayer Leverkusen have been heavily linked with Manchester City to try and sign James McAtee. They are proposing a loan with an option to buy to Manchester City. Xabi Alonso is reportedly a huge fan of McAtee, and he is the first choice to replace their injured Terrier. Manchester City and Pep Guardiola are reportedly reluctant to let him go, as they feel that he can become a regular starter for the club. You have seen him have an impact in the few games that he has played so far this season. However, there have been many reports during this January window that he would like more game time. Lots and lots of clubs around Europe are interested in him and would love to be able to sign him, even if it is only a loan. But Manchester City, they do have Oscar Bob coming back from injury. They are set to sign another midfielder in this January transfer window, so it could see a loan exit for McAtee, much to the upset of the fans. Al Nassr are really looking at bolstering their attacking options this window, because two things have been happening today. Victor Boniface is joining Al Nassr. Medical completed. €60 million fee to Leverkusen with potential add-ons as well. Boniface earning a massive salary whilst he was out there. Kind of unexpected. Boniface was linked to a lot of Premier League clubs after Leverkusen's success last season, and it really didn't seem like Saudi was going to be the option for him. But if you can go there for a couple of years, get some huge wages, and make sure that you're just staying fit and scoring goals as a striker, you can then come back to Europe after a couple of years. When you're leaving at the age of 24, he will be okay. And it's a big fee to Bayer Leverkusen. But reportedly, that is not it for Al Nassr, because they also want to sign John Duran. So Villa have turned down a bid of £57 million from West Ham because they value him somewhere in the range of £70 to £80 million. According to English sources, Aston Villa are about to accept an offer of 70 mil plus from Al Nassr for John Duran. So they're going to have Cristiano Ronaldo, they're going to have John Duran and Victor Boniface as their 3 striker options. Do they need it? Probably not. But Villa, I mean, if you get that amount of money coming your way, surely you have to take it, right? They can spend that on a lovely backup striker for Ollie Watkins, because it's not as if John Duran has fully taken that handle of star striker at the club. He's still been a bit of a super sub for them, so this is a huge, huge deal for them. As we spoke about in the intro, Mathys Tel, we have reported on this one before. There have been numerous swap deal rumours about him and Nkunku going to Chelsea and vice versa, but he has now personally decided to leave Bayern Munich this month after talks with Vincent Kompany. And according to Fabrizio Romano, the race is now open to sign Tel before this window closes. All parties will assess the options that are on the market before deciding on a club to join. This could very well turn out to be a swap deal with Nkunku, or a deal that is not technically a swap, but one does go one way and one goes the other. To satisfy PSR issues, it may be created in a way that benefits both clubs. So, one to look out for in the last few days of the window. As is Aston Villa once again. João Felix. He is another one whose situation is one to watch until the window shuts. Chelsea are open to offers for the forward, and Aston Villa are one of several clubs intent on exploring a deal. Unai Emery was also interested in signing Felix in the summer before Chelsea managed to get him again. Villa's stance on John Duran is that they want that load of money that we talked about. However, if they get that, then maybe they can go and buy João Felix. We also have some other news regarding Villa, that they are looking to get Axel Disasi, and that he has agreed on personal terms with Villa from Chelsea. He wants to join despite interest from more clubs around Europe after direct talks with Unai Emery, who seems to be the guy at the heart of all of these big deals. So, if they get the money for Duran, do they go and get João Felix as well as Disasi, 2 from Chelsea in the same transfer window? Would be kind of crazy. Chelsea are still looking to add an attacker if the opportunity presents itself in the remainder of the window. So if they do sell Felix, maybe they do try and push on with that Garnacho signing. With that deal for Victor Boniface going over to Saudi, Bayer Leverkusen are now the front runners for this big transfer. So in the past, there were massive transfer fees allocated to Evan Ferguson. However, recently it has been more likely that he is going to leave on loan from Brighton. West Ham, Bournemouth and Everton are all considering loan options for Evan Ferguson. West Ham made an approach 2 weeks ago, but at that point Brighton did not want to sanction a loan, but now they are willing to do so. Arsenal have also considered Ferguson, but they would have to buy, making an option now less likely. This is also where Bayer Leverkusen come in, because with Boniface leaving, they are open to either a loan for Ferguson or a straight buy deal. That loan, if they do go down that route, could have an option or obligation. They will have the money to do it, and so maybe Evan Ferguson is set to join the Bundesliga. And the final story is the other one from the intro. Patrick Dorgu to Manchester United. Here we go. Says Fabrizio Romano, verbal agreement is in place with Lecce. Documents to be checked in the next 24 hours before official announcements will be made. The fee is set to be 30 million euros plus 5 mil in add-ons that are not guaranteed. Could be things like finishing in the Champions League whilst he's at the club. Long-term contract was agreed a few days ago with the player agreeing personal terms, and the first official signing for Ruben Amorim. So Manchester United are finally set to have a proper left wing back for Amorim's system. Will this be the key to turning their season around? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.